Hey folks, and welcome back for what should be the conclusion to Let's Play Professor Layton and the Curious Village. We have solved every puzzle in the game. Not the challenges, those are separate from the game, but it's now time to continue our way to the top of the tower. This floor doesn't appear to have any puzzles set up for us. So if we climb this spiral staircase, maybe we'll reach the top floor? I think you may be right, my boy. Come, let's hurry. And sadly enough, even though we've solved every puzzle in the game, where is it? There's still something here waiting for us. It's over here. Another hint coin. Yeah. All the way here, after all the puzzles of the game are done, there's another hint coin. But that's it. Oh my gosh! Our view is obscured from the ground, but who would have suspected a charming cottage like this here? Look, the lights are on, Professor. It would appear that someone is living here. And thus we have finished Chapter 9. And for once, yes, I will save my game. Well, let's see. Guess what? You know there's another hint coin around here? Right there. So, not much left to do now, but this. You've reached the top of the tower. We can continue into the house, or we can return to the village to explore more. But as we've got all the puzzles, in we go. What kind of person would live in a place like this? Unbelievable. Just look at this room. The stuff in here has to be worth gazillions. This must be the top floor that Bruno spoke of. So we might be standing in the same room as the golden apple at this very moment. I've been waiting for you two.
It's you! Ah! What's this? What's going on here?
My boy, what you see here is the golden apple herself.
You're the golden apple? Professor, you knew about this? I had an inkling. Don't you see how genius it is, though? The Baron didn't write the will to find a successor to his fortune. His true aim was to find a worthy guardian for his daughter, and he was willing to put his whole fortune on the line to do so. Yes. My name is Flora. You know, this reminds me, I had another game with a character named Flora not too long ago. Please don't be this annoying. I've been waiting here in the tower for so long. Were you locked up in here the whole time? Oh no, but before Papa passed, he told me that I should wait here until someone from outside St Mystere came for me. Papa said that whoever came for me would be someone that I could trust with my life. So that's why you kept watching us move about town. What was that?
What's going on? Oh!
Follow me. We must evacuate this tower immediately. What now?
Go ahead without us. I have an idea.
What?
Well, fine. Go on.
Right.
It's all right, dear. This way.
What are we going to do? I've got it. Just wait a moment, Flora.
Layton, I'll smash you right out of the sky! No! This isn't over yet, Layton! Just you wait! One day, I will have my revenge on you! Hold tight!
Thank goodness you're all right, Professor. Don Paolo's flying contraption was something else. I really thought we were done for back there. Yes, it was all quite dodgy, but he also provided us with the answer to one of our ongoing mysteries. Do you remember that awful noise we heard the first time we visited Reinhold Manor? The one that spooked Claudia? Oh, so that must have been the noise. You've put it together. The racket was likely Don Paolo's contraption making a crash landing. If that's the case, then we now know the approximate time of Don Paolo's entrance into St Mystere. That makes perfect sense. It figures that Franco wouldn't have noticed Don Paolo's entrance. So if Flora is the golden apple everyone's been looking for, that means a treasure that Lady Dolly and the others were chasing never existed in the first place. No, I'm fairly certain they weren't mistaken. I do believe a fortune is hidden somewhere within this town. But the Baron would need to hide it somewhere only the golden apple would know where to look. You mean that Flora knows where the treasure is hidden? I'm sorry, but I don't know about a treasure or anything like that. Let's head back to Reinhold Manor one more time. I suspect we'll clear everything up there. And thus, number 2 is finally solved, leaving us with only the last mystery in the game. Professor, do you really think the treasure could be located here? Look closely at this painting, Luke. I'm sure it holds a key to the Reinhold fortune. but I've already looked at it. If we solve this mystery, Luke, I'm certain we'll come face to face with the Reinhold treasure. Touch the painting where the golden apple is hidden. Now, do you remember where the golden apple showed up? Right about here, wasn't it? I remember now. It's right here. Aha! A hidden switch. The switch seemed to have activated the wall. And to think that Reinhold Manor held the secret behind this painting all along. It looks like there's a passage that leads farther in. Oh. Let's see where this passage goes. Cha-ching! Oh my goodness, look at this place. I had no idea. Now how in the world did you know that the switch was hidden in the painting? Listen closely, Luke. Wisdom wasn't the only thing Baron Reinhold required of potential guardians for his only daughter. You saw it too, did you not? That peculiar mark on her neck that only appeared once she laughed? In other words, Baron Reinhold set out one last requirement for the potential inheritor to his fortune. He wanted someone who could make Flora smile again after losing those dear to her. To that person and that person only would Baron Reinhold reveal the location of his actual fortune. That's unbelievable, Professor, but it all makes sense now. Flora, my little Flora. Where's that voice coming from? Flora, you've made it here at last. That voice, Papa, is that you? Papa! My dear Flora, has the village watched over you as I would have? I built St Mystere for you so that you would never have to know true loneliness. Well, to be fair, Bruno did the actual building, but that's beside the point. In any case, if you've come this far, I suppose it's safe to assume my plan was a success. My greatest regret is that I'm not there to see you become a young woman. But please know that I want nothing more than for you to be happy. Whether the person by your side right now can give you that or not is up to you, I suppose. And to you who have found your way to my daughter's side, you have my heartiest congratulations. Few could make it through the barrage of puzzles I set before you. I imagine a person of your abilities has already caught on, but allow me to reveal St Mystere's secret. The secret of St Mystere? Recently, I was told by my physician that I don't have much time left on this earth. I can come to terms with dying, but the thought of leaving my only child alone in the world torments me. This is why I've commissioned Bruno to reconstruct St Mystere. At least this way, she'll be safe and protected until she's old enough to venture into the outside world. Streets and buildings are the bone of a village, but its heart is the people who live in it. This is why I asked Bruno to create all the villagers here, as well as all the puzzles hidden within them. I've asked Matthew to make news of my death public only once Flora has grown past childhood. So, stranger, how does my beautiful little flower look now? I imagine she's blossoming into adulthood. That's a little creepy. Equally important to me is finding someone to whom I can entrust both my daughter and my fortune. This is why the inhabitants of St Mystere are constantly testing the knowledge of the visitor. If you've made it this far, it must mean that you possess both wisdom and dedication to my daughter. I am confident that you will take good care of my fortune and Flora. This is why everything in this room, the whole of my fortune, belongs to you now. When you remove it from here, St Mystere will complete the objective for which it was created. I imagine the inhabitants will fall into a deep sleep from which they are never to awaken. Now wait just a minute. Is he saying that if we take the treasure, all of St Mystere will just disappear? I honestly don't know the answer to that question, Luke. Do you care? They're robots. Get hauling. But it's possible that St Mystere is designed to shut down the instant we lay a hand on the treasure. So if that happens, everyone will just stop? Just like puppets with their strings cut? I leave it to you, brave traveler. Draw the curtain of St Mystere and lay this lifeless village to rest. Above all else, take care of my precious daughter. She's in your hands now. Oh, Papa. I can't believe it. If we even touch this treasure, all of St Mystere will just grind to a halt. Flora, by right, this inheritance belongs to you. You should be the one to decide what's done with it. I don't want it. But why ever not, my dear? The people who live here have been with me so long. Curious as this village is, it's watched me grow up. I want St Mystere, my village, to stay just as it is, forever. I see. Then so it shall be. All this work. But what of you, Flora? Will you stay here with your village? And we have solved the final mystery. Are you sure this is all right, madame? Certainly. If leaving will make Flora happy, I'd like nothing more than to see her off with a smile.
Goodbye then, little village. What an astonishing village that was, Professor Layton. Does this mean you'll be gracing the front page of the London Times again sometime soon?
No, Luke. St Mystere's secret must stay between us.
Huh? Why do you say that?
You see, my dear boy, we don't want people to make a spectacle of Flora. That wouldn't be right.
Of course. Always thinking of others.
Well, one must always put a lady's needs first. That's what a gentleman does.
And this has been Let's Play Professor Layton and the Curious Village. It's a nifty little game, and I will be getting to the sequels at some point in time. Not exactly sure when. This game takes a lot of talking. I can only record 3 episodes at a time when I record this. Ooh. It's rough. But anyway, I don't really have a lot to say about this game other than I really do like, well, this type of game. This and Puzzle Agent have been some of my favorite games I've played in the last decade, really. So yeah, you can fully expect to see the Diabolical Box and the Unwound Future, well, in the future. Maybe even the other ones if they ever make it around here. I don't know about the 5th one though. That's a 3DS game. Oh well. Well, I'm not quite done with this game yet, though. Why am I speaking of the future already? Well, I do have the puzzles and the challenges coming up. And you'll see these soon enough. That'll be 2 or 3 more videos, at least. Because I think that's another 20, 30 puzzles. I'd have to look again. It's been a little while since I've looked at the challenges. So anyway, with this, I really don't have much left to say. I mean, it's kind of weird having that little girl be entrusted to Professor Layton when he's got Luke, who's probably been missing his parents for a very long time. And Professor Layton also had this nemesis he just learned about that tried to actually kill him with huge maces on a flying machine. Doesn't sound like the best environment for a little girl, does it? I mean, I have issues with Luke being there, so I wouldn't have issues with Flora being there. Oh well. Anyway. That's a funky little... Oh, they picked up Chelmy's mask. Okay. Eesh. Don't do that to me, game. That's creepy. Oh well. I guess Layton's probably a suitable guardian by now. I would hope he is, anyway. So anyway, I'm gonna shut up now before I say more embarrassing things. Leave you with the rest of the credits. And next time, the challenge puzzles. See you then, folks. Take care, all. Except before I go, they forgot at least one voice actor. Forgot several of them. The only ones I mentioned were Luke and Layton. Come on, they had other voices there. Okay, now I'm gone.